Hi everyone, welcome to Sitsipandknit. My name is Marie and I'm coming to you from just north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is my little knitting and some crochet. I have a couple crochet projects today actually. Little podcast number 22. I want to thank all those that have been with me on this little podcast journey of mine, and also welcome anyone that may have found me. I hope there's something here that you find and like. If you do, I would really appreciate you liking and subscribing. Also sharing this my little podcast. That would be wonderful. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is what I'm wearing. And you can see I do have the finished object here that I am wearing from the last podcast. I believe I was maybe in the middle of it, almost finished. But anyway, I did finish it. It is, let me just get the, I don't have the pattern here, but it is the Tree Dancer tank from Judy of the Autumn Acorn. If you watched my last podcast, you would have seen I did make one. I was a test knitter for her. I made one in a smaller size just for the test knit. And then it was so fun to do, so quick to do. I had to make one in my size. And let me kind of show you here. This is it. I did it to pattern, I believe. Anyway, it has a beautiful lace on the bottom, a beautiful lace on the top here. This yarn that I did mine in is from Bad Sheep Yarns. I did have, I believe, 2 skeins of that, and I will put, like everything else I talk about, I will put all that information and the link where you can go out and purchase this pattern. Like I said, it's a lovely pattern, but I will put all that in the description box, which is below this video on YouTube. All right, so that is the Tree Dancer tank. I'm sorry, I don't remember, but it'll be linked below. All right, so that is what I'm wearing. Like I said, it is a very fun, very quick, easy knit. All right, the next finished object I think I had a half finished object last time. This time I did finish the this pair of socks here. As you can see, I have them both finished. This is actually the second pair I've done in this color of yarn. It is Patton's yarn that I do believe I picked up at Joann Fabrics. I'm not sure, maybe Michael's, but anyway, it's a commercial yarn. And I just loved the colors in these for fall. I made a pair and my daughter took them, so I had another 2 skeins of this yarn, so I did go ahead and do a pair for myself, and they are finished. Just my standard sock pattern, or recipe if you want to call it, 64 stitches on a size US 1 needle, hill flap and gusset construction, and a rounded toe. But anyway, I will put that all in the description box below for you. So that is finished object number 2. And then I think last time when I podcast, I didn't have this started, but I found an old pattern that I had, and I had some yarn that I've been wanting to make this cowl. It's a nice winter cowl. I've been wanting to do it, and I just picked it up, and once I got started, I just couldn't put it down. So let me share the pattern with you first. And I'm not even going to attempt to say it. It's a pattern from Universal Yarns. This is the pattern here. There's this nice slip stitch cowl there. That is the name there if you can see it, but I will put it all below. It is designed by Tori Gerbitz. So anyway, let me show you. It is a universal yarn pattern, and I did have the yarn that it called for in the pattern. It's pretty unique, but let me show you the two yarns that I used first before I show you the finished product. This first one is Universal Yarns Bamboo Bloom Hand Paints. And you can see it's a very, it's a thick, thin, different textures in there. It's really beautiful. But anyway, that's the one. You hold two yarns together to make this. So I held this, and this color here is color number 312. You can see it's purples and pinks there. And then the second one I held together with it as per the pattern. There are two sizes of this cowl, one extremely large, and I did the smaller one, which only took me one skein of each. I had a little bit left. I kept going, make it a little bit bigger just to use up the yarn. But anyway, this skein, the other yarn that I held, and it's on really big needles, size 11, US 11, I believe. But anyway, so it worked up really quick. But it is Classic Shades Frenzy, and can you see those colors in there? Blues and greens and aquas. And who would think that putting these two together, right? It doesn't look like it worked, but I heard from another knitter who told me to go ahead and try it and you'll love the product. The technique of this cowl was a slip stitch, linen stitch. I don't know if you've ever done linen stitch. Once you get used to it, it is really quick to do. It was just getting used to doing the pattern. But anyway, here is the finished cowl. See that there? You can see the aquas and the greens and the purples in there. And the different textures, some are thick. It's just, I just love how this worked up. It is so beautiful. I'll even put it on, even though it's so hot here. But I love the size of it. Like I said, this is the smaller one. But I think it'll be really warm and cozy in the winter. See how that lays just around your neck, nice and warm under a coat. You could even pull it up if you wanted, I guess. Kind of like hood it up. Oh my goodness. I'm warm right now just trying it on. But it is beautiful, soft, textured linen stitch pattern that was very fun to do. And it was pretty quick. So I worked this up, and once I started, I couldn't put it down because I just loved the different colors and textures in this. So that is my other finished object there. Nice would be, these would be nice. Actually, that's what I forgot. My sister claimed it. I told her she couldn't have it until I showed it on the podcast. So I was going to say, this is a nice gift, Christmas knitting, quick, mindless Christmas knitting. So anyway, that is that. Okay, let's see. I think that's all the finished objects I have, but I do have a lot of works in progress. I went on a business training trip for a week, and I had a lot of time after the training to do some knitting, and it was wonderful. But I did start a lot of new projects, which, if anyone knows me, You know how I love to switch between projects, crochet, knitting, just keep switching off. Some are more intricate than others, some are mindless knitting, but anyway, let me show you the first thing that I started, and that is another pair of socks. You know me, I just love to have socks on the go, and actually I have two pair on the go right now. One is a mindless, just basic knitting with a beautiful yarn, striped yarn, in my just basic recipe. And the other is patterned, a little more intricate. So I'm doing that one a little bit slower, taking my time when I have some brain power, put it that way. But let me show you that patterned one first. That one is called Woodland Walk. See those beautiful, that beautiful little leafy pattern right there? Yeah, that is Woodland Walk by, and I don't even have the name here. But like I said, I will put that down below so that you have the link to this pattern. It is a paid-for pattern, I believe. Anyway, I just thought that was so beautiful. And I was going through my stash. I have some beautiful, beautiful sock yarns in my stash. So I'm trying to spit out a lot of socks if I can. At least always have one on the go. I did find this yarn. Let me show you here. I have my needle in there. This beautiful, it's coming out a lot darker on camera. Let me see. But it is a mulberry kind of color. It's looking really dark purple here, but it is like a mulberry kind of color there with a little bit of lighter and darker. But anyway, this yarn, and it has some sparkle in it. So I thought that would be pretty for these socks here. This yarn is Sitsipandknit Designs by Kelly Straub. The colorway actually says a limited edition from 2018. So I can't even remember where I got this yarn or where I picked this up. But it is beautiful yarn, really beautiful. I'm going to have to go online and take a look at, see if this dyer is still dyeing out there. Again, that's Sitsipandknit Designs. Superwash Merino 70/20 with 5 gold stellina. So it is beautiful. But let me go ahead and show you here the pattern. I have one working down the, let me put my hand in here. I worked the leg and did the heel turn, the heel flap. I'm following the pattern, and it was a heel flap and gusset design, which is what I like. I'm sure you could put any kind of heel in it that you want, but can you see that beautiful leaf pattern there? It's just beautiful. It runs down the side, one side of the foot, the leg, and the only thing I have to remember that there's a right and a left, because you want to wear it like that. So I don't want to do two of each. Yeah, one of the same, put it that way. But anyway, so that is a work in progress that I'm loving doing. It's really, it's an easy pattern. I don't have it memorized. I'm following a chart, so it's taken me a little bit longer to work on that. But anyway, I can't wait to have these done. All right, so that is that design there. I'll show you the next pair of socks that I have on the go. As a matter of fact, I just, fall is coming. Although I'm a summer person, I do love the fall colors, and the fall yarns are beautiful. So I was out there looking online for a new yarn, fall colored yarn, And I went with one of my favorite designers, not yarn dyers, Fiber Nymph Dye Works. Lisa from Fiber Nymph Dye Works. I mentioned her before. She does have a podcast, and she has her yarn dyeing and website out there. She put out a update on her website of some new fall colors, and I was lucky enough to get 2 skeins of a sock yarn. It is really beautiful. Let me show you it first. This is Lisa's label there. It is her Autumn Palette Pie colorways. This one is on her bedazzled base, and you can see those beautiful fall colors in there, right? It's just your beautiful fall yarn there. It is a 75/20 with 5% stellina, which, if you know me, I love the stellina sock yarn. So I got 2 of these, and I did right away. I just got them, and I just have to mention, I don't know if you follow Lisa, her podcast, or purchase her yarns, but she did have a family, she's going through a family tragedy right now. Very sad. She posted it out on in a newsletter to anyone that follows her, and on Instagram, I believe. Very sad. Happened right after, actually, she put out her update for some of her fall yarns, and I was able to order and just got it in yesterday actually, and I skeined it up and started a project. But like I said, she is very sad, going through an awful thing her family's going through right now. So I don't know if or when she will be up and running her business again. I mean, it's still out there. Her website's out there. But like I said, I know she's going through something right now. So anyway, I'm not sure if you can go out and order. But anyway, if you'll just keep her and her family in your thoughts, that would be lovely. All right. So anyway, like I said, I did cast on right away. I love her colorways, her pie colorways. They are beautiful. Here is the one skeined up there. See all those gorgeous colors in there? And here is how it's working up. Can you see that in there? This color is kind of like a brown eggplanty, but just beautiful. And when I'm using her yarns, I just can't wait to get to the next stripe to see what's coming. So it's working up really quick. I am actually doing these. They are just a basic recipe, but I am using size 2 needles for this, for a little bit of a larger foot. And it's working up so quick. But anyway, I'm just loving how this is coming out. So that is, again, the name of this, Autumn Palette Pie. That's right. So anyway, like I said, go out and check her out, but also just keep her and her family in your thoughts. All right. So that is that. Like I said, I always have to have socks on the go. Great to take to work projects. All right, and I did say I do have a couple crochet projects started for my crocheters out there. The first one came to me by way, well, 2 of them came to me by way of my daughter-in-law, who sister-in-law requested this pattern, asked if I could make something like this, and I actually had the exact pattern that she was looking for. So let me show you that. It is the Perfect Pockets Shawl, and it is by Sonia Hood. Let me show you a picture here. That's it right there. You see that beautiful shawl with the deep pockets and the fringe on it there. All right, so that is a paid for pattern, which I'll link below. She wanted it in the color that was done in the pattern, which is a beigey type color, and I am using Cascades 220 Superwash Merino. This is the color I'm using here, if you can see that. It is color number 2, actually. So it is like a beigey, maybe a little, not really pink, but really pretty color, neutral color there. And here is what I have started, as you can see. And she wanted it extra long, so I did go ahead and add stitches to the pattern so I could make it a little bit longer. So that is what project that I'm working on slowly. It's so fun for me to switch between projects. But anyway, I'm loving how this is working up, and it is really soft yarn. So I think that'll be great for this pattern. So that's one crochet pattern I am working on. The other, like I said, my daughter-in-law requested another blanket, a blanket for her living room, and she liked the granny square look. She sent me a photo of a blanket, not a pattern. I didn't have a pattern, but it was granny squares, different colors and different patterns. So I thought, well, I can do that. I have a wonderful book of crochet motifs, and I don't know if I've ever showed this before, but it's 150 all-time favorite crochet blocks here. And it is a lovely, lovely book. So if you're a crocheter, that might be something that you want to check out there. So I just happened, she wanted color. Let me show you the colors here. Kind of fallish colors. She likes the browns and the greens, and so anyway, the picture that she sent actually had just about all these colors in it, and I happen to have the yarn. If anyone knows me, they know that I have a lot of yarn. So anyway, I am so happy to be able to take yarn from my stash and create some new things. So the yarn I am using for this blanket is Barocco Comfort. It's a worsted weight nylon acrylic blend, so it's quite user-friendly. And I'm sure this will be used quite a lot, this blanket, with teenage kids at home. But anyway, so it's washable and dryable, so it should hold up. But anyway, let me show you. I picked, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors, and I made all 6 colors in one pattern from that book. And then I'm going to do different, maybe 6 or 8 different patterns, and then connect them all. But anyway, let me show you the beautiful colors and the beautiful pattern here. Can you see that one? It's like a creamy yellow. And then I have a brown there. Okay. And I have this pretty aqua color. And then this pumpkin-y orange, it's coming out really orange, but it's more pumpkin color there. and then a pretty blue. And lastly is a more of a forest green. So all these colors together, which is, like I said, which is what she wanted, and I think it's going to look just beautiful with all these colors. So I work these crochet. Every time I crochet something, I always say, I can't believe how fast crochet is. I work these blocks up pretty darn fast. But anyway, I was on a kick there. So now I have to pick a different block to go ahead and do different pattern block. So hopefully, I was hoping to get this done for Christmas. That's my goal anyway. So I will be sure and show you my progress in the next couple months. So that is a beautiful crochet blanket that I'm working on. All right, let's see. Now I also have another knitting project, and I think I talked about wanting to do something with, let me show you here. I showed you this yarn before. What? Just a second. So this yarn I did pick up in Florida at Sheep Thrills in Lauderhill. It's a beautiful little, big yarn shop. Anyway, so I think I did show you this before. It is a 60% cotton, 40% linen in a beautiful, there it is there, this pinky color here, beautiful color. But anyway, it is Zoe by Juniper Moon Farm. That's the yarn that it is. So I was looking for a pattern for that, and I don't think I started this before during the last podcast. But anyway, if I did, I'll just show you again. I did pick a pattern here, and the pattern is, let me find, it's a Barocco pattern. It's called Dorel by Allison Green, and I may have showed you this before, but anyway, there it is there, that beautiful top. I was hoping to get it done before the end of summer, but it took me a while to find the pattern and to get it started, but now it's working out pretty quick. I love the lace, little bit of lace here in the front. I am going to do it the shorter sleeves, so hopefully I'll get this done before fall comes, or else it'll be for next summer. But anyway, let me show you my progress here. I actually just split for the sleeves, so this is where I'm at. It's hard to show you there, but as you can see, I just split for the sleeves. Haven't done really any of the body yet, but that is the lace pattern. I don't know if you could see it there. It's working out beautifully. I didn't know how I would like the linen yarn, but it's actually soft already, and I do hear that because I've never used linen. This is linen cotton blend, but anyway, I haven't used it before, and I did hear, washing it, blocking it softens it a lot. But I am really liking the fabric that it's making. So I'm going to go a little bit further and then be able to try it on, and hopefully it'll fit. I did have to go down. I did my gauge swatch, so I was good. I did do a gauge swatch, and I got gauged by going down a needle size. So I'm really hoping that this will fit. So looking like it will. I just don't know if it's going to block out really big. I'm not sure how linen responds to blocking, but I guess I'll see. So anyway, I'm so happy with this, and hopefully I'll have that as a finished project done for next podcast. All right, so that was, like I said, Durrell, the pattern Durrell by Allison Green, a Barocco pattern. Okay, so I feel like I'm going through this pretty quick. I thought I had a lot of things, which I do, a lot of different things going on. But like I did say that I went away for a week out to near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, um, Mechanicsburg actually, and lo and behold, you know, everywhere I go, I always look to see if there's a local yarn shop, and there was. The yarn shop's name is String Theory Yarn Shop. I did have her card, but in packing and whatever, I'm not sure where it went. But anyway, it is called String Theory Yarn Shop, and it's actually in Lemoyne, PA, which is right outside of Harrisburg. So anyway, nice little shop, friendly people, lots of ladies were sitting in there knitting, and I did luckily get out of training a little bit early on one day so that I was able to make it to the shop before they closed. And anyway, I was talking about fall yarns. I did get the beautiful fall sock yarn that I am loving, and I'm making socks out of that. One pair for someone and one pair for me. That's why I bought two of those. And I also wanted to do some type of fall Halloween type shawl. Not sure what I'm going to use yet, but at this shop, the String Theory Yarn Shop, I did buy 2 skeins of Malabrigo sock yarn in beautiful fall colors that I thought would go together. And so I'm looking for a 2 skein shawl project. Actually, I think I found one, but it takes me forever to decide what I want to use with this when I have some beautiful yarns. But anyway, so if you have any suggestions for a 2 color shawl, maybe a crescent type shawl or triangular shawl, those are the ones I really like. But anyway, here are the 2 colors that I bought. Can you see? Wait, here we go. There. Okay, let me show you this one first. This one here, it's coming out a little darker. It's the lighting. I'm sorry, it is kind of gray outside today, but there it is maybe. It has the plum and a little bit of orange in there and rust. It's really beautiful. It is the Malabrigo sock, like I said, the Archangel 850 right there. Beautiful, beautiful colors. And then I bought this one. This is terracotta, and it's looking a little bright there, but it's not that bright. But anyway, I think those 2 together say fall. So I can't wait to get started on a project for fall on this one. And it is, I can't believe it's already the middle of August. So anyway, I better get started now if I want to get these things finished for fall, and then move on to Christmas knitting, which I'm already trying to start to do. So anyway, so those are a couple things that I acquired in the last month or so. I think that's about all I have for you for this episode. Like I said, I hope that you found something, some inspiration, something that you learned or like. And if you did, please like this video and subscribe and share it. I did go over 300 viewers, which is just absolutely wonderful. For me, that is wonderful. I'd like to keep growing and keep doing these videos for you. I know I have my faithful viewers, and I really appreciate you. Please comment below. I love to hear from you. Anything that you might want to see in the future, Maybe we can do some type of giveaway or some type of knit together, maybe something for fall. We can work on a shawl together. That would be lovely. But anyway, give me your ideas. I'd love to hear what you have to say. All right. Well, until I see you next time, probably the middle of September, which I don't even want to think about. But anyway, I want to say stay safe and take time to sit, sip, and knit. Bye.